Welcome everybody, excited to have you here. We're going to be talking about the app called Clubhouse. But before we get started, my name is Jodeen and Maestro, hit it! As noted, my name is Jodeen and we are going to take even the beginner through all of the functions that are on Clubhouse. So as you can see, it's in the lower right hand side there. We're going to be opening that up because it has become quite the craze in social media, and it's a new voice-only app. And so we're going to teach you step by step how to use it. And if you have any questions along the way, please type them in the comments and we'll get back to you. But we should be able to answer everything as we go. I was welcomed to the app by Russell Brunson back in December, and on December 20th, Kevin Anson rushed me to the front of the door and allowed me to get in, even though I was thinking I was going to have a waiting period of about 2 weeks. Within minutes, I was welcomed to the door of Clubhouse and started my journey. So we'll go ahead and open up the app and teach you all the buttons and their uses, show you where everything's at. So join me now as we open the app. All you got to do is, once you have it downloaded, you just click in there. Once you open the icon, what's going to happen is it's going to open you up into the hallway. So you can see here, these are the rooms that are open right now. What we can do is we can jump into any and each of these rooms as we are looking at Clubhouse. But for right now, before we go into a room, we're going to actually show you how to use all of the buttons. Okay, we're going to start in the upper left-hand corner, and you can see up here with this little icon of a search button, we're going to go ahead and click on that. So I will do that now. Once I do this, this is where I can explore. So if I was searching for somebody or a club, I could do that. And you can see what it does is it pulls up people to search as well as the clubs and the topics to search. So let's say I was interested in faith. If I were to click on here and type in faith and hit search, it is going to bring up all the people that have faith in their bios, as well as you can see there's a lot of names with faith in. Now, the other thing you can do, if you go over here to the right, you'll see where it's clubs. These are all the faith-based and clubs that have faith in their bios or their descriptions. So that is how you use the search button. This next button is the invites. This is telling you how many invites you have. So who is a potential addition to Clubhouse? You'll get credit for the invite on their profile. When you do an invite, you either invite by their phone number. So it should be somebody that is in your contacts already. You just type that name in and they will send an invite out to them. So, and you can also just do search my contacts. You can see all the different contacts that I have there, and it would allow me to send them an invite. If you need an invite and you don't have any invites, reach out to me. My club has several hundred left, and so happy to give you an invite. So if you're watching this and you need an invite, just type need invite and we'll make sure that we get that to you. So next up, this is the calendar. These are events that are coming up. So here are all the things that are happening at, you can see I'm filming this at 4:28 right now. The time on my clock, and then you can see some of these events are at 4 o'clock. That's because these events are still going on. So they started at 4 o'clock, but now they are still going and those rooms are still open. So I could still jump into any of these 4 o'clock rooms that you see posted here. Now here, this person here is actually smart because they did it at 4:10. Why is that? Because so many rooms a day being opened on Clubhouse. So with that, if you're competing against those top of the hour and bottom of the hour, it makes it hard for people to find them. But if you do it at 4:10, that's going to be a good time to do that. So not a lot of people, you can see they go right, there's a couple, one at 4:10 and one at 4:15, and then it goes to 4:30. So if you kind of do that offset, that's what I always recommend for people that I work with, just so that they get a little bit more exposure on those quarter hours. So that's how you denote what's coming up for you. Now, if you go ahead and say, where you see here where it says upcoming for you, if you click on that little arrow down, what it's going to do is it's going to show up my events. Now, you can see on tomorrow at 5:30, I have an event on enthusiasm, think and grow rich. So, and there again, they've put the time in there, 3:30 to 4 o'clock, and that is Pacific Standard Time. So these are all the events that you have going on, and so you can easily see where your what events are coming up for you. The next one is the notification. This is where all the notifications are coming in. So these are all of the notifications that you have. You can see there's quite a few invites here at the top for new clubs that have been opened up. But this one right down here, I want to note, new people were nominated to join your club, Amazing Moderator Society. So we will talk about that in a second, but that one is an important one if you have a club. And then as we scroll down here, you can see where there are different ones in here, where Christine Ross Vogel has scheduled Let's Talk Productivity and High Performing Teams. And that is scheduled for Friday, July 2nd at 6:30 a.m. Now, when you see these time zones, they are always for the time zones that you are in. So even though she may be in Pacific time, it's scheduled for 6:30 your time. So I'm in Central Standard Time, so that would be at 6:30 a.m. Central Standard Time for me. Matt has scheduled a Manifest Your Soulmate, Attract True Love with the Producers Club. Now, when it says with there, and like Christine here, if you look at, I didn't read it all the way, with the Family Business Leaders Thrive Through Generations, that's the name of her club. And Matt, the club that he is opening it up in, is the Producers Club. And that will be for Thursday, July 1st at 8 p.m. So you can see here, that's how they schedule the rooms. Now, if you see down below here, Dr. Jill has actually pinged me in, and I'll show you how to ping somebody into a room, but this is the notifications that you will see when we do that. So that is how you know about your notification. Now, we're going to go on here to the right where this is your profile. You can see here my profile picture is here. And let's kind of go through and explain everything on the profile. So at the top, you can see my full name is listed, Jodeen Bergstrom, and you can see my picture. That's only 120 pixel by 120. So make as much use of this pixel as you can see. For me, I've put colorful in there and I've got a ring around it so it stands out. Right below, if you're wondering what your tag is on Clubhouse, it's @Jodeen. So when I tell somebody to look me up Clubhouse, all I have to do is say @Jodeen. All right, on the next line, you're going to see there are some numbers. That 16.1K followers. That is the number of people that follow me on this app. You'll see a lot of those numbers are very low when you first start out. In fact, we all start at 0. I was at the same starting point if you're new and only had 0 followers when I first started. So, but the more stages you get on, the more value that you add, the more content that you deliver, the more likes you're going to get. So now there are some ways of purchasing likes. I would not recommend doing that. Build it organically and be real and authentic, and those numbers are going to come. Over to the right, you can see here there is 1.5K followers. That number means that I am following 1,500 people on Clubhouse. Now, I do not follow as many people as people follow me. Why is that? That is because, one, when you click those follows, that means that it's going to start curating and creating your experience on Clubhouse based on the people that you follow. So I very strategically have followed only the people that are going to take and open up rooms and be rooms of what I'm in alignment with. So I can't follow back all of the, I believe right now you can follow up to 5,000 people. So you want to make sure that you are following the right people and you're getting notifications on people that are in alignment with you. All right, next up you can see basically a bio. This is my profile and my bio that I have here in Clubhouse. One thing that's a little bit different from a normal biograph is you'll see there's use of a lot of icons. Why is that? That is because the icons are searchable. So anything that's in your bio is searchable. Now, you can see at the top here, I have the most amazing Clubhouse MC, I've got leading with authenticity and compassion, and then Jodeen.club. The reason that I have those up there is because when they first open up your app, or excuse me, your bio, especially if you're in a room, they're only going to see the top portion of it. And this is the most searchable part of that. So you always want to make sure that you are noting the most important things towards the top of your profile bio. All right, next up you can see hosted the first longest standing Clubhouse room, 20 plus days, 24/7. And then it was called What It Takes to Run a $1 Million Business. You can see it gives a little bit about what I do. And then down at the bottom, I do have a call to action. DM me Clubhouse to learn a secret tip for Clubhouse. So there is a call to action that I have people do, and I invite them to private message me so that I can be engaged and start communicating with them. And then you can also see I offer the 365 Mastermind membership where you can learn success principles that will help you grow your business with confidence. That is the bio. Now, if we look here at the bottom, you can see there is an icon for Instagram, and then you can see here where it says add Twitter. I have not added my Twitter because I'm not on Twitter that much, so I do not want to be able to have to be clicking on that and miss message. Or I did not connect my Twitter account. So now when I click this here, and this is good with anybody, it will actually take you to the person's Instagram account. So you can see here, this is my Instagram account. Have a lot of posts about Clubhouse and my social, everything that I have going on. So that will take you to, and then the other thing too that's important about this is when they say DM you, the reason you want to do that is because then you want to private message that person. Obviously, whoops, it's not letting me do that today because this is my own account, and it's pretty hard to instant message yourself. So, all right, we will go ahead and pop out of Instagram, go back to Clubhouse. You can see we have it open here. And if I was to add my Twitter account, all I have to do is click on this, and Clubhouse wants to open up Twitter. So then when you open it, then it would ask you to access your account and open it up. So that's how you would access your account. So, So right there was a problem with connecting your Twitter account. So because I don't have it on this phone, so that is part of the reason it was not able to do that. So if you have your app on your phone, it would connect right to it, and it's real easy to do. It's step by step. All right, going on to the next line, you will see that it says tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Darcy Network is the club, and that club that I was talking, or that event that I have, Enthusiasm, Think and Grow Rich. So that event shows, so when you click on somebody's profile, then you can actually see all the different rooms that they will be opening up in the future as well. Now, if you remember me in the beginning noting that Kevin Anson had invited me to Clubhouse, or expedited, I got the invite from Russell, but then Kevin expedited me to the front of the house and let me in on December 20th of 2020. And so you can always find out who nominated who by looking at the bottom of their profile picture, and you can see who nominated them, because you can see, like-minded people. Now, if one of the hacks that I do, if I see somebody that I like, a lot of times I will go ahead and click on the profile of that person that invited them and check them out as well. So Kevin is a good guy. Definitely would put a follow out for him. He is amazing with video production, and that is how I got to know him. So that is Kevin, and that is how you find out who nominated somebody. All right, next up, we're going to go down here. It says member of. If you look here, it has all of these icons. What does this mean? And you can see here, I have a lot of them. I've been invited to hundreds of clubs, and that is the one thing I have been doing, is accepting all the invites so that I can support the people that follow me. So that's one of the ways that I've been following people. What I will do real quick is, or also one thing I want to note, normally the one that's in the bottom left hand corner is the club that that person has created. So you can see here I have mine. This is about the mindset one. The next one is the what it takes to run $1 million business. The reason that that is on my bottom left hand side too is because I'm an admin in that group. So that I'm in there quite often, and that was the second club that was opened. I opened my club and then they opened theirs, and so it will put my club first, and then if they're admins in other clubs, it will put those in there. The one that is most active for me, so I'm an admin on a couple of different ones. The one that I'm really the most active is in the Amazing Moderator Society. We'll pull this one up real quick so you can see what our club looks like. There again, taking use of that icon, making it so that it matches in with who and what I do. And you can see the name of the club. It has 2.k followers. And then I can schedule a room and I can add members. And then up next, and right now there are no rooms scheduled under this club as of today. We had a couple that were on today, but they've already passed. So there are no rooms as of right now scheduled. And there again, you can see this is the description. All you have to do is click the more and you'll see there. When you create a club, you can always have 3 interests. So this is entrepreneurship, welcome newbies, and then Clubhouse. So anybody that's looking at the entrepreneurship or the welcoming of newbies and Clubhouse, then my club will be recommended for them. So, and you can see here we have 1.9k members, and then we have 343 followers. So almost 2,000 members have been invited and joined the membership, and then 343 members have just been followers. Now, what's the difference between a member and a follower? Members can open up rooms in the club, whereas followers are not able to do that. They don't have that ability. So if you want to become a person that can open up rooms under other people's clubs, then you would want to do that. So, and then these are, you can kind of scroll through here. These are all the people that are members of Amazing Moderator Society. So if you kind of want to know what the people are like that are in different clubs, you can check them out. So we'll cover more of how to do clubs and whatnot, but I just wanted to show you real quick how to check and look at the clubs there. So with that, you can see we've went through all of the lines here on Clubhouse, on my profile picture. Next up, we're going to see what this little icon is here. This is your ability to share. So let's say I wanted to share my profile picture with somebody. All I would have to do is I could just click on them, I can message it, I can mail it to them, or I can just hit the copy and then it will be copied to my desktop, and then I can send it out to, wherever I want to send it. So that's a pretty cool feature as well that they've added. All right, next up we're going to go into this upper right hand corner where I'm at here. It's a little gear icon, and we're going to click on that. All right, this is where you get to your settings. So if you want to know how everything is set up and how to control your experience here on Clubhouse, you want to go to that little gear icon where I'm at right now. Once I clicked on it, it brought me to this. It's called settings. And you can see here it says Jodeen Bergstrom at Jodeen. And I'm going to go ahead and just click that. This is where you connect your Twitter account or your Instagram. You can see I've not connected my Twitter, which we just spoke about. But if I wanted to disconnect my Instagram, this is where I would go as well. And then of course down at the bottom there, you can see in the red where it says deactivate the account. Up next is the pause. What does pause mean? When you hit the pause, this is for notifications. So I've unpaused the notifications. I have this paused right now. Just for right now, I'm gonna put a week. I've got it. The reason I hit the pause button, because if I didn't have it paused, all these little notifications would be coming up. Because I follow so many people and they follow me, it would be giving me the notifications. They call that the taco at the top of your screen. And so I wanna make sure this video is not interrupted. And so I chose not to put that on today. All right, the next one is send fewer notifications. So if you feel like you're getting too many notifications, you can always hit send fewer notifications. And then at the bottom there, you can see, if you click on that, you can control the types of notifications that you get. So you can have the room notifications on or off. You can have the trending notifications, interesting rooms, clubs, etc. And then the bottom one, the other notifications, new followers, events, clubs, etc. So you can control what kind of notifications you have. So that box that we were just speaking into, you can see right there, is all about the notifications. So that second box there on settings. The third box, you can see where it says interest and pay. So one of the things you can see there are 28 interests. What does that mean? We'll go ahead and click on that. So when I click on that, you can see add your interests so we can begin. Add your interests so we can begin to personalize Clubhouse for you. One thing that is important, and so you understand, the interests are private to you. So nobody else can see what interests you have altogether. Obviously, you're seeing mine because I'm allowing you to look at that. But as you go through here, let's say you want to look further at art. So if you can't see all of it, you can see they slide back and forth. But there's art, faith, life, hanging out, identity, world affairs, knowledge, wellness, entertainment, hustle, tech, places, sports, and language. So you can click on any of these interests, and you can have as many interests as you want. You can see, obviously, I have 28 because that was the number that was posted. That will help curate and open up the rooms that you see here on Clubhouse. Next up is the line that is called payments. What does that mean? They are allowing people in the United States to be able to monetize and receive payments. What they've allowed you to do, give your audience and others easy access to send you money to start, create an account with Stripe, our payment partner. So if you have a Stripe account already, you can easily attach it. You can see here where I have the accept payments. Now let's say I'm going into a room and I don't want to get payments for it. I can actually just click on this to turn it off. And then when people look on my profile, they will not see the payment button on there. So, and then if I wanted to, I could visit my payment account. And so this is taking me to my Stripe account. I would have to sign into it, and then I would be able to see all the things that were going on in my payment account. So you can actually do that right from your phone. Next up is the recent payments. You can view that of all the payments that you want to do. All you gotta do is click on that. Next up is the fourth box down here, and it is what's new, and then the facts and questions. So we'll go ahead and go the first one of what's new. Now you can notice here, this is actually opening up in Notion. So it takes us out of the Clubhouse app. And so these are all the new releases. So anything that's new, this is where Clubhouse posts it. So you can see it goes all the way back here. Anytime they've done any type of updates or anything that's new, they've added it here. So you can always go in and check out what is new on Clubhouse. Lots of things happen in there. We'll go ahead and open up Clubhouse again. Next one is FAQ and contact us. So if you're trying to figure out how do you contact Clubhouse, that is the line that you'd want to click on. Once again, it's going to Notion, so we'll open it up. This is the Clubhouse Knowledge Center. So anything that I'm not able to cover or else you want to know more of in detail, feel free to come in here, and you can see they cover lots of things in here. Once again, I'm new. How does Clubhouse work? One thing that's a little bit different from this that is a little bit confusing, when you start out, you got to click on these little arrows that just like I did on the left-hand side. I'm an Android. What do I need to know? When you click on that, then it's going to open up the things that you can. And here it says, check out our Android facts and questions below. So you would just scroll down and open up. You can see right down here at the bottom, they've got that. So you could open that up if you're an Android user. If you do not understand or know what they're talking about with the difference between Android and the iPhone, iPhone was the first to be welcomed onto Clubhouse. The reason they did that is the company is in beta, and they wanted everybody to curate and do a test beta and really be able to hone in on all of technical aspects before they opened it up to the public. So that is the difference between an Android user, and the Android user just has a few different buttons, so not a big deal. Most of the stuff that I'm talking about today will apply to you. So you can see here, how can I start up a club? So if you want, we've got a video that is in our YouTube that you can watch, but if you're impatient or if you're more of a reader, you can definitely open that up and learn how to open up a club in Clubhouse. All right, we will go ahead and close that out. So I think that's self-explanatory. If you want to contact Clubhouse, what you can feedback and questions, you can submit feedback or feature requests. Let's say you've been on Clubhouse for a while and you think that there's something that they really should have. Go ahead and just click on that, and that will allow you to send them an email. Submit a question for Town Hall. What does that mean? Town Hall is it's 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, which is 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. You can submit questions for Town Hall. So as they go in and debrief and talk about all the new things coming in, what they do is they give you the opportunity to ask a question. So they used to bring people up on stage, but now they just read the questions. But that is where you can get a question answered by Paul and Rohan. A translator interest form. We have a lot of new countries coming on, so they're looking for translators. So if you have the ability to translate, I would fill that out. And then down below here, if you see it's work with us, you can click on that, and that will get you into all the different positions and whatnot that they have. So as of right now, they are looking for community support lead, community support specialist, head of create communications, lots of different things that are open. So always feel free to look in there. Definitely software engineers are huge, general applications. So there's marketing, so there's a lot of different positions that are open. Feel free to check this out. Definitely apply if there's something that you feel is of interest for you. All right, so we'll go ahead and go back to Clubhouse. All right, now that you know how to contact them and find all the new information, next one we're going to go to is the one that is called Community Guidelines. So we will click on that. And here again takes us back to Notion. When we go here, you can see Clubhouse is opening up, so you can see the principles, and we'll be talking in depth of this as well and have all this information for you. But at any given time, you can definitely find out what is going on in Clubhouse, and these are the community guidelines. All right, next step, we are going to go to the terms of service. Let's see what this is about. Again, it opens up in Notion, and there again it talks about the terms and services. So you signed in and agreed to these terms of services when you signed up for Clubhouse. It's very lengthy. It's an application form, obviously legal binding. So if there's anything that you have questioned or wondered about, this is where you're going to find it. So just wanted to let you know where that's at. Going back to Clubhouse now. The next one is the privacy policy. We will click on that real quick. There again, opening it up in Notion, and it talks about all the privacy. One of the main things you do need to understand about Clubhouse is you are not able to record the Clubhouse rooms unless there is pre-approval by all of the speakers. So if you are doing a podcast or trying to record something, you need to disclose and make sure that they are aware that they are being recorded. But here's the table of contents, lots of information. Children, let's say if you're wondering about children, we'll go into depth on this, but the app is not intended for use by children under 18 years of age. So trying to keep it safe and allow just adults to be on there. Lots of information in there. If you feel that you need to know all that information, please feel free to go in and sign up for that. At the bottom, privacy policy, you'll see where it says log out. So if you ever did want to log out of the app and leave it, that's where you could do it there as well. So we have covered all of the information of the main buttons. Once again, we did the icon. I'll just click on there real quick. We did the icon one. We showed you how to share, and then we talked about the profile picture, bio that you put in there. We talked about the notifications. We talked about the calendar, the invites, and the search buttons. So we've covered all of the buttons at the top. I think for right now, we're going to move on to the bottom. We just have a few more things down at the bottom. You see there is a start a room. When you click on that, this is how you start a room, and I encourage you, as soon as you get on Clubhouse, go in there and get hopping into a room. A lot of you will not have all of these opportunities to choose these clubs because you probably do not have, the invites, or you probably haven't joined as many clubs as I have. So, but you can open a room. If you were just going to open a room in the out in the hallway, that's where you would do that. You can open a social room. A social room is just the people that follow you and you follow back. So let's say you just wanted to get in touch with close friends here on Clubhouse. You would do a social room. And then a closed room is a room where it's private, only open to the person that you would invite in. So the way that you would do that is up there at the top where it says add a topic. The other thing, when you add topics, make sure if you're going to have it record, record, rec, so that people know that the room is being recorded in the title as well. So, and then we would open it and we'd hit the let's go, but we'll go later into that more detail, but that is what that room is, or that button is for. Over here to the right, you will see there is 9 little dots with the one larger one. Click on that. This opens up to your second hallway. We technically don't know the name of this, and that is because they really haven't put one in. But these are the people that I follow, and they follow me back. And so you can see what rooms they are in. So let's look at Glenn Marshauer. He is in he's a person that I've been on different rooms with. But you can see that he's in a room. So when I click on his profile there, you can see that I can start a private room with him if I wanted to in the green light, or I can join the room that they're speaking in. And then I can also view the full profile. See where I can see how busy he is. At 5:30 today, he is opening up Game of Business, Real Talk. So, and if I wanted to, I could wanted to make sure if I saw, oh, Glenn's in a room, I want to make sure I get notification on that. If I click this little bell icon here, it'll give me a notification that when Glenn is opening up his room. So that is kind of nice added thing when you're looking at different people and you want to know what they're doing. And you can see down at the bottom here, you will see where it comes to where people are online. That means they might be in a private room, or they may just be in the hallway searching, looking for a room to go into. So there's a lot of people that are online. Then you'll see here where, let's see, Tracy, he is been off of line for 12 minutes. So she just hopped off and she is no longer on the app. We'll go back here to the main hallway, and once again you can see where we have covered all of the buttons that are here today that are pertinent. We will go into a more detail on some of the other parts of the app and talk further into different subjects. But this is the first overall concept of how to use Clubhouse. If you have any questions, please reach out. Definitely thank you so much for watching. And once again, if you feel this has added value, make sure you hit that like button and that subscribe button, so as we are putting out new YouTube videos, you will be able to get notification and further your experience here on Clubhouse. So have an amazing day, and more importantly, just remember, my name is Jodeen, and I'm addicted to Clubhouse.